Good morning, everyone. Thank you very much for joining me. I'm Mary with MaryGreeley News. After we had all watched the ball drop for the New Year's here in America, there in Japan they had a major earthquake. A 7.5, it occurred at 5:10 p.m. local time there in Japan. And this was a major rupture on a fault over in this location, which would be on the eastern side of Japan. It was, in fact, a thrust earthquake, the worst kind of earthquake you'd possibly have. I had reported that there was a possibility of a coming earthquake in this location because of the recent earthquakes there in Indonesia and Guam. There was oarfish, signs of oarfish, which is a sign that earthquakes could be coming. That occurred on January 17th of last year, 2023. There's an image of the oarfish. USGS gave it an intensity level of 8. Yeah, there is a lot of destruction. Power went out. Fires have erupted. There was even tsunamis. Panel walls fallen out of frame, fall of walls, monuments, chimneys, sand blowholes ejected, drivers of automobiles disrupted. Yeah, I gotta show you the images. The next large earthquake will probably be along the Aleutian Islands. That's my guess. We'll just have to wait and see, and I hope everyone is prepared. This earthquake was felt across the entire island of Japan. Look at that. Yeah. Geoscope says it was a magnitude 7.7, not a 7.5. Here you can see it's a thrust earthquake. How the fault, because of compression, rose up, moving towards the northwest. And yeah, the other side just kind of stayed stationary. And with the pressure, it pushed it up. Here we have an example of the ground from that thrust earthquake where the ground rose up. See the fault? Sending prayers to everybody. Yeah, you need to be prepared. We got larger ones coming. God is talking. I've been saying that for a few days with all these earthquakes. Also, yesterday, there was a X5 solar flare that impacted our Earth. And yeah, there was some temporary radio blackouts. And I posted on Twitter, there was an earthquake up there in Antarctica. And I speculated that it was probably caused by the impact of the solar flare on the Earth. This is an image of some of the fires. Sending prayers to those guys. This is just so devastating. We are definitely going to see more large earthquakes around the world. Japan has dropped its highest level of tsunami alert following a series of major earthquakes on Monday, but told residents of coastal areas not to return to their homes, as deadly waves still could come. The quake, the largest of which was a magnitude 7.7, started a fire and collapsed buildings on the west coast of Japan's main island, Honshu. We still don't know how many people might have been killed or injured. So I might be off on the time of the earthquake at 5:10 p.m. They're saying that it was probably around 4:10. Now, I don't know if the images of the fire are from Wama City in Ishikawa Prefecture, but they are saying that fires broke out there and electricity was also out. The Japanese public broadcast NHK TV initially warned of a tsunami that could reach 5 meters or 16.5 feet high. The bullet trains in the area were halted, although some parts of service was restored later last night, their time. Major damage to infrastructures and roads and overpasses. And there was reports from a convenience store in Ishikawa Prefecture saying how the cleanup was not the biggest problem. It was the huge crowds of people who showed up to stock up on bottled water, rice, and bread. Yeah, they hadn't been prepared beforehand. Can you believe that? In an area, an island that has major earthquakes, people were not prepared. You can bet within 24 hours that shop owner would not have anything to sell. Supposedly, the government said that the nuclear power plants in the affected area had not reported any irregularities. Yeah, like I would believe them. Here on NOAA.gov, you can see the buoys that were going off, and notice up here along the Aleutian Island. If you live in Alaska, I would be prepared there too for a major earthquake to come. Here is some of the felt reports that were sent into EMSC. This earth report came 113 miles southwest, went on for at least 50 to 70 seconds, over a minute of shaking back and forth. Another one, 128 miles southeast, hanging objects swayed wildly to and fro. 187 miles southeast, slight shaking but barely perceivable. Here at, I don't know where their location is, just notice it when we saw the hanging lights swing. About the same distance there in Tokyo, felt in Tokyo, significant shaking of our entire building. Honshu, Japan. It was big and long near the coast of Honshu, Japan. 188 miles southeast, said it was a gentle swing but went on for a long time, maybe 30 seconds. But this one here said it lasted a minute and a half, quite long. Let's see what else we got. About the same distance. Shaking was not strong at this site, but it was slow and large sideways shaking for about 20 seconds, very similar to what often occurs when catastrophic shaking occurs in distant areas. 226 miles southwest in Konohana, said the 7th floor, significant shaking and water sloshed out of the toilet. Yeah, super cool, right? So I wonder how the pets were acting prior to this earthquake. Yeah, there's definitely more coming around the world. Sending prayers. It's getting late in the game to stock up. You need food, water, medicine, an alternative source for power. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Please like, share, and subscribe. And I'll talk to you later. God bless you. Bye.